Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. CeeChronicles here. I post fragrance related content on this platform and would very much appreciate it, guys, if you did consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. I had a rant in a previous video where I was unboxing French Avenue fragrances, and I said I did a full 45 minutes video unboxing fragrances from Paris Corner, only to delete it by mistake. Imagine, and the phone asks you twice, you have deleted? Yes. Are you sure now you really want it? And I said yes. Imagine. So anyway, we're going to run through the same fragrances that I had in that previous video, and I'm just going to give you a run through of my thoughts in case you've been looking at them and you're wondering whether you need them. The very first one is going to be Date Caramel. Now they are unboxed because the first impressions is gone, guys. Date Caramel, let me spray it in this box, but this is certainly one that I absolutely love. It is comprised, of course, of the dates. All right, and it is a very caramel forward, scent, and it's very yummy. This is certainly on the gourmand side. It is caramel with a little bit of coffee and those dates. Now, if you have eaten dates, or if you have, used them as your sweetener, then you will know that they interpret as honey-like, as waxy-like. It's very difficult to describe how they smell without perhaps likening the smell to something else. Say you're eating raisins. You can't say raisins smell like this, but there's a taste about raisins, and that's what I get from dates. And this fragrance enhances that date note with the use of the coffee, with the use of the sugar and caramel to build onto that scent of the dates. I love this one, guys, as opposed to the other one. The other one was there's date caramel, and there was another one that I had. That one I have since let go. I'm gonna put it on the side actually, and I featured it in the Paris Corner Gourmands. The reason why I kept this one is this is a great interpretation of dates in a resinous feel, guys. There's a waxy embery accord to this, and the vanilla just hits it right. I absolutely love this one. Doesn't smell like other date fragrances that I have smelled before, like that dates is it Dates Delight from House of Oud and Ajwa by Latafa uses the note of dates, but this one feels more amplified there because of how the dates are working in tandem with coffee, and there's something here that kind of feels chocolatey. Oh yeah, I love this one as opposed to Molten Caramel. I actually unboxed the two of them together, but I have since let go of Molten Caramel. Molten Caramel was more on the biscuity side. It kind of felt like those plain biscuits, and I have other fragrances in my collection that kind of vibe like that, so I had to let that one go, but this is a keeper. Absolutely love it. The second one is Indomitable. Indomitable is not new to this channel. We have a full review of it, so you can check out the full review, guys, if you are interested, but I added this in full size. When I did the review, I just had a vial from Haiji Scent, and this is one fragrance that won me over, guys. This is a beautiful sweet citrusy scent, and I love how it highlights the citruses. I love the use of the clementine in this. It's so photorealistic. It's almost as if you literally had nut cheese, or you're peeling an orange, but mostly nut cheese because it's got that sweetness to it, and then it's crisp as well. Guys, when I did a review of Indomitable, I compared it with Atelier Cologne's Orange Sanguine, which is a fragrance that has been thrown there by other people as smelling very similar to it, and I said no, it doesn't smell similar to this. But now that I have the full bottle and I have given it a decent test wear, I can say doesn't open like Orange Sanguine. Both of them open citrusy, but this is kind of heightened on the sweetness, with that Fanta, like Fanta beverage feel in it. Heightened there at the top, whereas this one is citrusy, not necessarily pulling too sweet, but of course keeping the citrusy theme. So this opens very sweet. This will open a little bit sour, fresh, that sort of thing, but way in a dry down, it does feel a lot like this. So the comparisons are right, guys. It does smell a lot like Orange Sanguine by Atelier Cologne. If you like that fragrance and you wanted an alternative that you can maybe splash around the house, this would certainly be a great one. Love Indomitable, guys. I cannot fault it. It makes you feel happy. That's what I can say, and that's why I edit in full size. Okay, now there is this one. This is Zodiac Solmaris. Okay, Zodiac Solmaris. I am not sure whether Paris Corner is dropping an entire Zodiac series. I don't know, guys. I don't know. There's fragrance after fragrance, making it very hard to keep up. So Zodiac Solmaris. This is the packaging. Okay, it comes in a turquoise and gold box. Do we have the nose here? No, we don't have the nose. All right, this is certainly a salty, spicy, aquatic, marine, fresh scent. This is also very mossy, green, that sort of thing. So this is certainly on the fresh side, but it is a little bit heady because of how the moss in here seems to be a little bit overdosed. So this is a fragrance that is going to be favored by those who like fresh scents, aquatic scents. But remember, you know, it has that salty thing about it. And it also, when I say marine, it does feel like, you know, if you went to a body of water and you went there where there is, you know, that those stagnant weeds, and you kind of take the water, not the weeds, you take the water off those stagnant weeds and you put it to your nose. That's how marine kind of feels like. It has that thing that can borderline have like a, for lack of a better word, guys, and I'm not trying to say this is a bad fragrance, I'm just saying when that happens, I sometimes cannot get past the saliva accord that it reminds me of. So that is what I get from this. It's a fresh fragrance, it's intense. I probably won't keep this one in my collection because it pulls masculine as well. That cedarwood and oak moss, the mix of it there in those green accords will make it such that I won't perhaps keep this one in my collection and wear for the longest time. So that is Zodiac, guys. Zodiac Solmaris. And if they were going by star signs, this might then mean it is dedicated to water signs, which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, is it? Okay, I'm a Scorpio, so I don't know about the other ones, but maybe it's dedicated to the water signs. And if that was the goal, then this is probably going to align with the men because it does feel masculine. It's certainly not the sort of aquatic fragrance I would want to add to my collection despite me being a water sign. Okay, so the next one is Zodiac Lunaries. This is in a darker box, so maybe Scorpio is also a dark sign, so I don't know whether this water theory that I was on about doesn't apply. Maybe these are just fragrances that they threw there. Okay, so Zodiac Lunaries is like this, and Lunaries, if I'm not mistaken, refers to the moon and the night. This is intense. This is giving me medicinal. This is giving me aromatic. This is giving me a little bit of green. It's giving me leather. It's giving me woods. It is giving me Middle Eastern. This is a heavy fragrance. It's very spicy as well. So there could be a use of cinnamon, nutmeg, that sort of thing, because it is quite pushy. It also feels a little bit boozy. So this is one hell of a busy fragrance, guys. Yes, it does feel like something that you want to wear at nighttime because it is dark. It's certainly not on the light side. I'm not getting even an element of freshness in this. I'm getting thick, rich, heady. I'm getting woody. I'm getting very vivid leather. Like if you love leather in its rawness, you are going to get it from this. And I think there could be patchouli in this. This is a heavyweight fragrance, but if I'm to compare the two Zodiac ones that I have, I would rather, or I can see myself wearing this than I would wear this. So if that helps, it helps. The depth and the heavy weightness of this fragrance makes it such that men will probably prefer it than women will. When we move on to Affogato, I think I touched on Affogato Al Cafe in the Paris Corner gourmand. So I'm not gonna, you know, waste your time much on this because we already have a detailed review on this fragrance. But for those who may have missed that, and for the sake of me compensating for deleting my own video, I am just going to respray it and run through it again. So this is Affogato Al Cafe. It comes in this interesting bottle. Oh, I didn't realize that if you put it the wrong way, it kind of looks like that. Okay, so this is the bottle of Affogato Al Cafe. Okay, very big bottle. I'm not sure if the screen is highlighting it the way it is. Okay, this is a gourmand. This is sweet. This is giving me a feel of perhaps chocolate. I'm not sure whether chocolate is included, you know, as a note in here, but there is a familiarity to this fragrance. It's sweet, it's caramel-like, it might have praline. The familiarity that I'm talking about here is it's a fragrance you will like if you like that amore latte. I think that amore latte. So that's the be all and in all of this. Okay, it's nice, it's interesting, but we have had a lot of twists and renditions to that amore latte, you know, and I think this is cut from the same cloth because I am getting a coffee note in here as well. It's sticking to that gourmand accord or appeal about it. So certainly one of those variations that are going to remind you of amore latte. And second from the last, guys, is going to be this one. This one has got a weird name. I think it's Zaman alula. Zaman alula. I think I also touched on this one in the gourmands video, but let me just respray it again. I think I included it in the gourmands video because it lists notes that are suggestive of the fact that it's going to be a gourmand fragrance. So that is a close-up, guys, to the bottle, right? A quick spray of the contents, and then we get into it. Okay, Zaman alula is a fragrance that certainly teases you as almost gourmand, but doesn't quite hit it in the gourmandness as what you get from this or what you get from Affogato Al Cafe. It doesn't hit it like that, but it's certainly on, you know, a gourmand theme. It has the dates, it has the coffee, it also has caramel and sugar. So that is what you expect from this. It feels to my nose even a little bit greasy in interpretation. I think it's when the leather then weighs in there to join the mix. It kind of distorts the caramel feel the way I usually perceive it, making it feel as though it's now got a greasy accord. It's also sweet, but not overly sweetened. Yes, there's certainly the use of the sugar and the caramel in this and the vanilla, but they don't pull too yummy. It kind of feels like a gourmand targeted for men. And I remember initially when I showed you this one that says date caramel, I said it doesn't feel like anything remotely close to Date's Delight from House of Oud. Whereas this, I can say feels as though it's cut from the same cloth as that Date's Delight from the House of Oud. And if you haven't put your nose on that, if you have Latafa Ajwa, you kind of have a representation of what this fragrance is doing. It's a masculine caramel scent in coffee and leather with perhaps some patchouli, woods, spices, and vanilla. Okay, so that is what I can say about Zaman alula. The last one, guys, is going to be this one, Choco. Choco, I was just crossing my fingers that it doesn't feel like some of those chocolate fragrances that we've been given before, even like Affogato Al Cafe. I was just crossing my fingers. Choco comes in this box and yada yada yada. So it comes in there. There's gonna be this. I thought this was gonna have like a little extra. I wish Paris Corner had done that, maybe thrown in some samples. But this box, though you can open it, has nothing. It just seems as though it's put there to secure the bottle itself. The actual bottle looks like this. Absolutely amazing. It has that chocolate dripping on the side. So this is certainly a gourmand, and actually is part of the Ministry of Gourmand there. So it's not like you discovered anything, see, did you? Anyway, the cap is pretty tight. So this one is Choco. Ooh, this one is Choco. Okay, I am not sure whether I love Choco more than I love this date caramel, but I can certainly tell you that I will have different occasions, completely different occasions, where I would want to smell like one as opposed to the other. So it's not redundant. to own these two. Date caramel, as I said, highlights, that honeyed date feel, whereas this one, guys, a dark chocolate, and it has the cacao, and then it has the caramel, and it's very yummy and it's sweet, and then they've gone on to add the vanilla. It's a beautiful scent, guys. Also has a tease of the woods. I like how this is chocolate, but it also works in tandem with the citruses. It works in tandem with a peachy accord, an nectarous accord, making it a fun gourmand scent. And there is that butter note, guys. The butter just fuses, guys, with that chocolate, cacao, caramel, all the nice stuff. So this is also a winner. In terms of lasting power, chocolate-scented scents sometimes stay close to the skin, but I absolutely love Choco Cloud, guys. That is it for the haul. I am happy I have redone it again, and this time I'm going to make sure that I do not delete. Guys, it's so hard to film a whole video and then delete it yourself. I mean, if it was somebody else, then that's justified. I deleted my own video and I was like, anyway, CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.